My name is Lindsay. Our family includes my husband Mike, our daughter Maya, she's 8, and our son Mason, who just turned 5. Our family currently lives in Ottawa, Ontario, and we're here at Holland Bloorview for a 6-week spinal muscular atrophy physical therapy intensive. Mason and his personality, it's big. This kid is just so full of joy, energy, excitement, loves monster trucks, dinosaurs, caterpillar roller coasters. Just every day he finds something new and something else to excite him, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. Spinal muscular atrophy is a rare neuromuscular condition where his body doesn't create the protein that it needs and his brain doesn't send those signals to the muscles. So his body, the muscles degenerate, and there's profound full body muscle weakness. You use muscles for everything you do, breathing, swallowing, moving. So we're really fortunate that science and technology is developing and there's treatment that Mason's actually getting stronger, whereas without that, he would be getting weaker and he probably wouldn't be with us today. These treatments, they've saved his life, but so has the physical therapy. It's important to have medication, but without putting in the hard work, you can't capitalize, you can't maximize what that medicine can do. So here at Holland Bloorview, having access to physical therapy every day, physio, occupational therapy, it's a game changer for him. It's one hard thing 5 years in is he's growing up in a world that's not made for him. Accessibility, inclusion, we've come so far, but there's so much farther to go. We can't just be parents anymore. We're caregivers, we're advocates, we're funding experts, writing all applications, and there's just so many more tasks that are on our plate when we just want to be mom and dad and we just want to play with our son. Very randomly, when we were at Wonderland yesterday, the wheelchair parking in the kids area is filled with garbage cans, and finally I was annoyed enough that I sent an email. I was like, well, this is dehumanizing, but beyond that, why do you require a child in a wheelchair to have a piece of paper that you have to stand in line for to be able to go on a ride? With Mason specifically, the way he surprises people is really fun to watch, and one of the most rewarding things is seeing him advocate for himself. There's times where he'll stand up and like, why are you using that? That's a wheelchair accessible entrance or bathroom. The kind of healthcare we most value would be collaborative. It's just so important to all be on the same page. With Mason's medical complexities, he has many different doctors from many different specialties and disciplines, and there's nothing more exhausting or frustrating, we find at least, than re-explaining the same story over and over and over to different care providers. So that, again, multidisciplinary and collaboration goes a really long way, and listening to the families, listening to the clients. To be honest, in our 5 years of this medical journey, there's really only been one instance that wasn't helpful, and it was us trying to advocate for Mason, and somebody told us to leave the doctoring to the doctors, and it was shocking. Fortunately, we were able to make a change on our care team. So our experience at Holland Bloorview so far has been so positive. It's really great that all the doctors, the specialists, the care team, they work together, they communicate. There's overlap in coordination, and it's been so refreshing. They've helped us see Mason's potential even more than we realized. One really important thing for us has been finding your community. Social media has been a huge help for us to connect with other families by talking to different families and understanding what they're going through, some things that have worked and haven't worked. They give us ideas to go back and to discuss with our care team, and that's been so helpful, both from a medical perspective, but also social, to just connect with other families who get it. There's one other thing that is so important, and it's that two things can be true at once. You can be filled with immense joy and also grief at the same time. It's okay to grieve the life that you might have thought that you had, but it's also okay to be grateful that you now know what you're dealing with and you can figure out your next steps for treatment. Just thinking about inpatient stays and some things that can help the child and the families cope. Try to keep a routine. I know it's much easier said than done. A big thing is to get outside. Nature is so healing. The grounds at Holland Bloorview are absolutely gorgeous. Other things would be try to bring, some of your child's favorite toys. Favorite snacks or foods can be helpful. And a really important thing is advocate for your family, for your child, for your needs while you're here. If there's something that you don't like or something that could be done better, speak up. Thinking of ways that inpatient stays could be improved here, if you were to ask Mason, it would be to have access to the pool every single day. And they do a really great job here of trying to have activities for the patients in the evenings and access to things on weekends as well. So we're so grateful for that. But one thing that is super important is community support. These programs, the above and beyond that happens here at Holland Bloorview, it's because of that community support, of the incredible donors and the fundraising that happens. So one thing that I've really learned through this medical journey is to accept help from others. Caregiver burnout is real, and you start to carry so much on the day-to-day that you forget how much that really is. Asking for help is so much easier said than done. It can be from a community member, a professional. Mason mentioned earlier today, one thing he doesn't like here is pokes, and by that he is referring to blood draws. He's had so many since his first days of life over the last 5 years, and Child Life has been so wonderful to talk through those processes with him, to get him prepared. They use dolls, hospital play, so many age-appropriate approaches just to help prepare him for these tests that, while he doesn't like them and probably never will, it can help kind of ease some of the not fun sides of it.
Mason, is there anything you don't like about Bloorview?
Yes. Pokey.
Oh,
Pokey.
poking. So when you get needles. That's fair. That's a fair answer.
Needle.
What makes you feel better when you get needles?
Dada snuggle or mama snuggle?
Aw, snuggles.
Snuggles.
That's the best.
So another really interesting thing we've seen in this medical journey is how Maya now sees the world. I remember going to a restaurant, just my husband and her, the three of us, and they had a ramp to access it. And she was so excited and immediately ran over and said, "We have to come back with Mason." So these siblings, how they see things, and having a brother in a wheelchair, that's normal for her. This is what she knows, and what these kids are gonna grow up to do in society. I have goosebumps. I'm really excited. They're gonna change the world.